I took a chance on Vandy. I had to believe in the little guy. And honestly, I do yes, Alabama looks much improved. Vanderbilt, I think Johnny Manziel said it best. Vanderbilt was, and specifically Diego Pavia. We knew that this game was going to come down to Diego Pavia. We knew that Vandy's defense was going to be good, but not nearly good enough to stop Alabama. That if Vandy was going to win, it was going to be on offense, and it was going to be on the arm and legs of Diego Pavia. He performed admirably, but he fell apart when he needed to. He tried everything he could, and a lot of times he tried harder than he needed to be a hero, and that's who he is. He's a cape wearer. He tries his best. Few people are as competitive as he is. He brings up averages on both sides of the ball. He makes his opponents play harder. He makes his teammates play harder. And nobody is going to outwork that guy. But he couldn't save the day on that day. He had opportunities to. He had many opportunities to, and he just fell short. So good on you, Bama. Well done. Vandy still got a lot of football left to play, and I hope that they continue to do well. I hope that they are able to get an improvement over last year, and I do hope that Diego Pavia continues to have an excellent career in college, and I do hope that he gets a shot in the NFL. I would love to see him and Cam Scadaboo on the same team someday with the way those guys both play. But really go ahead, rip me apart if you want.
You're calling out Jackson Dart already. You saying his job's up for grabs?
No. I honestly thought he did pretty well. I'm just saying I'm not saying anything negative about Jackson. I'm just saying how entertaining would that be to have two just maniac animal weirdos? Yes.
No, nobody can match Scadaboo in that, dude. The dude's a psychopath. The fact that he has a story that he used to, as a kid, just slam his head into light poles for fun, to build grit. Like, how do you match that kind of just animal ferocity?
Was it West Virginia, that fullback that would smack his head with the helmet? That could be Scadaboo.
Yeah, dude, that's
you don't
insane.
Remember that?
I don't remember that guy.
His head with his helmet and be all bloodied up, and then he'd just throw it on and go play football.
Oh, I feel
like that's a story that you could say about anybody from the state of West Virginia, though.
I mean, maybe, but he was famous for doing it like every game. He would just smack his skull open, and then just go play bloodied face. And I don't know if it was a scare tactic, that's
got to be a scare tactic. You're like, this dude's crazy. I don't want him
near him.
Yeah. That would if I was on the other side of the field and someone did that to me, like, I'd be like, okay, I want to line up over here.
Instead of a mouthpiece, he has to wear a muzzle.
Like, dude,
is nobody gonna rip me apart for my Vandy take from last week? I've been dreading this segment.
No. I'm not. I love that you had the heart and the gall to pick that. I would have loved to, but if anyone's watched more Alabama than me on this show, I know how it works. I know how it works, man. I said at halftime, this game's over. I said that to the group chat. I was like, I know it's tied right now, but they let Alabama score right before half and tie it up, and he's not performing what he has to do to win. You have to be basically perfect against this Bama team in any year you play them, really. Like, maybe last year is a bit different, but pretty much any year you go against Bama, you have to play perfect. You have to not turn the ball over, which Pavia did. He threw one pick and he fumbled the ball, which he doesn't usually fumble. So that was weird that happened, but the defender made a great play on that. And then you got to control time of possession against this team, and you just got to wear them out, because if that crowd is not the most dedicated crowd to like crowd noise, like if you go to a lot of SEC teams, like if you go to Tennessee, those people are insane. They'll be screaming the whole game. But Alabama fans, they get very disappointed very quick with the smallest amount of failure. So if you can quiet that crowd and keep them out of it, like you're in it. And that's what the greatest teams have done to Bama, to go in there and win against them. And Pavia didn't have it this week. They were prepared for Vanderbilt. They weren't looking ahead like they did last year. So unfortunately, it just didn't work out for them. But also, Diego Pavia leads their team in rushing right now. Like their running back has less rushing yards, not by a lot, but they both have about 330-ish yards. So he needs some other sort of help to beat a juggernaut like Alabama. So, but
Yeah.
Ty Simpson played amazing. He did throw his first pick of the season. Good job, Vandy. But their offense is looking great. Their defense looks solid. They haven't given up more than 21 points all year, so it kind of pisses me off that Chance might be right if we get to the end of the year and that doesn't change. But good shot, man. That's a tough ask even for this Vandy team that is doing really well. And now you have a bye week going into playing LSU in Nashville, so you guys have a chance in that one too. So I would just say stop the bleeding for you guys, and you guys could have a phenomenal season. So
yeah, this next 3 games for Vandy is going to be rough. They play 3 in a row, currently top 15 teams, and then they who knows what kind of Texas we're going to have in 3 weeks. Right now, that's not looking like a very threatening game, but who knows? They could turn it around. So
they competed with Texas last season, so they almost had 2 number 1 upsets in one season last season while they were struggling. Like they had lost to Georgia State, but somehow managed to beat Bama.
And this team does look better than it did last year.
Beating a Texas team that went to the playoffs, so they could. I could see them definitely winning that game. So
yeah,
I assume it's in Texas though, right?
I think one mistake that Vanderbilt made was they poked the bear, man. All season, Diego Pavia was kind of running his mouth against them. They beat him last year. Did you see during warmups, Diego Pavia was practicing his kneel game?
Yeah, he was practicing his victory formation.
But here's the thing, Chance. That's who Diego Pavia is. I'm not gonna you are poking the bear, but if he doesn't do stuff like that then he's not being true to himself. And so he knows. I mean, he said this game is either going to be a blowout one way or the other, and it just went the other way. I mean,
but Connor, I mean, I credit him. He's being himself and authentic, and that's great. And that's Diego Pavia. But if you poke the bear of Alabama, they're going to give it to you, and they're going to give it to you hard. That's one team you don't want to poke the bear. I mean,
we all remember what happened to USC all those years ago.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
That's
I
fair.
think you guys you're forgetting one thing is that this entire offseason, you know who was poking the bear? Tommy Castellanos. And he did win that game. So
that is true.
Sometimes you get away with it. Sometimes you don't. It's a risky move, you know. I don't think Bama wanted to give that up twice. That would have been kind of a culture changer to let 2 people talk to you like that and do that. So.
Here's another question for you guys. Is Ty Simpson the Heisman frontrunner? Or at least one of them?
He's looking real good, man. Like, real good. I mean, he's in the conversation for me at this point.
Playing against good teams.
Yeah. I mean, 1 pick in the entire first half of the season. I mean, that's amazing for any quarterback at any level.
He played very well against Georgia. That's all I'll give him.
If the rest of his season, I might give it to him, to be honest.